Good afternoon, folks. Andy Taylor here, Red Rock Roofing, where we stand for greatness. I'm here at 1432 Serenity Circle in Longmont, Colorado, and I'm going to do a quick inspection video for the roof. Now, I normally start these videos down there on the street, but I did have to use two ladders to get up onto the roof, so I'm going to start from here. First thing I want to detail is that there is quite a bit of granule loss in the gutter system. That's just really the indicator to the wear and tear and age of the roof. Next thing I want to point out is going to be the lack of drip edge flashing. Is simply a 2x2 inch L-shaped flange that encapsulates the entire system, really protects you from wind-driven rain and ice damming runoff, and more importantly, even water migration. So in looking at the shingle right away, you can see on the first slope that I'm on here, it's missing 60% of its granules in most spots. This is a really worn out, the shingle is not holding on to granules. As you can see, I can even push those down the way. So every day is losing more and more granules. As you can see, a lot of the silvering that's going on the end of the shingles. When this fiberglass starts to show through on the shingle, that really shows that it can start wicking water and pulling it into the system. So this slope is definitely shot. Now, what I wanted to point out here was, as you can see, there is zero granules in some of these areas. There are nails that are popping through the roof now, and when these start to emerge from the surface, they become very vulnerable penetration points for water to migrate. Here is actually a nail from inside that's been poking outward on the roof. The ridge is completely shot. Now, some of these spots you can see that they do kind of look like it's hail that's up here, but with all the granule loss, it's going to be really hard for an adjuster to tell. First thing an adjuster will be looking for when getting onto the roof to do a claim for insurance is called collateral damage. Any of the soft metals up here showing indentations. I went over this one with a piece of chalk so you can actually see that there's been hail here in the past. Now with that, I want to again detail how much granule loss there is on this roof. In this spot here, you've got 20% of its granules that are left. This spot here, there's maybe 10. Now with that, once an adjuster verifies there's been a storm, the next thing they are looking for is going to be that spalding. So some of these spots that kind of look like hail, it's going to be sparse in telling whether or not this is hail because of the granule loss. I want to go over to the other side here. This is a spot where you can actually see that 99% of the granules are completely gone. And with that, these shingles have gotten so thin that they've just ripped right off the roof with all this new wind that we've been having here, especially in Longmont, let alone Fort Collins and down to the Aurora area. The south-facing slope, which is always, the most heavily beat by sun, if you can see on there, it's missing 80% of its granules on most of this slope. So, in my professional opinion, I really do believe that this roof is going to need a full replacement. Now, I looked at this roof 2 years ago, and this roof was in about the same condition that it was, just lost a lot more granules, and then that has happened since I looked at it last. So if we get an adjuster out here, I would definitely love to meet and try to help support it, but I'm not very confident they're going to approve this roof based off the amount of granule loss that's up here. Now, the east-facing slope has a little more granules on it, so something like that does look like hail, but it's all grayed out. So again, I really do believe that it needs a replacement on this roof. I really appreciate the opportunity to get out here and to bring you up to speed. Again, Andy Taylor with Red Rock Roofing, and I'm going to go ahead and sign off.